Alright, welcome back to another guide on Sundered City. To start off with the offering tombs, you're just gonna head right here and complete this gold challenge. Then we're just gonna keep heading into the building and complete the next gold challenge we see. Alright, we're just gonna keep heading around, make sure to watch out for the spikes, and try to get up to 1,000 coins. If you have any weapons that give shield abilities, use them to avoid insta-death on the boulders. It's quite useful. Alright, and just up here is our first offering tomb. For the second offering tomb, we're just gonna keep heading straight and drop down into the sewers. And there's our second offering tomb. Alright, we're heading over to our third offering tomb. This one's a little bit far back. We're just making our way back to the portal. And we're just gonna head behind it. We're gonna head up these stairs. And there's our third offering tomb. The fourth offering tomb, I would not recommend going to it if it's on, because it's quite a pain, but it is just in that crack in the wall. Sometimes you'll see the name. A shortcut is swimming up this waterfall and touching the back wall to hop over the wall. This is why I don't recommend this altar, is because you have to fight all of these mobs, which two-tap you. I would recommend using the lanterns to as a makeshift barrier. But yeah, there's our fourth offering tomb. Alright, for our fifth offering tomb, we're just gonna drop on down and head up the little bubble elevator. I'm just grabbing a health potion here because I'm low. So we're gonna make our way over to the right. And we're just going to keep heading right into the sort of temple looking building. So you're able to see one under the statue from the entrance. That one's not on, but we'll get to that later. So we're just gonna follow this route pretty much all the way around. Watch out for the boulder again. And in this hole is our fifth offering tomb. You don't need to complete this cannon challenge, you can't just jump off down to the left. But I like completing it. Alright, our sixth offering tomb is just up here. So, try not to get hit into the spikes. There's lots of things that spawn everywhere on the stairs. And then we're just gonna head back here and drop on down. And there's your sixth offering tomb. Alright, so for the seventh offering tomb, we're just gonna head out the stairs. You can look right by this gold challenge in the grate and see it, but to get to it, we're just gonna head into this building and drop on down. And there's our seventh offering tomb. Alright, for the eighth offering tomb, we're just gonna head back up, and we're gonna make our way almost to the dark altar. So head straight down the middle. You'll see this purple gate-ish. We're just gonna head down to the right of it, and there's the eighth offering tomb. Now the dark altar is just behind this gate. You just want to follow the skull motifs everywhere. So I like heading right here and just pretty much straight back. So there's a skull up there on the door. I would say it takes about a minute to get to the dark altar, so just keep that in mind. once again in this room, watch out for the spikes and the electric orbs. And here's the Dark Altar. Alright, when exiting from the Dark Altar, you're gonna want to head up the little statue and then just straight back, as this will let you skip all the death traps you did to get here. And it'll take you pretty much just straight out the entrance. And from here, just walk on back. And there you go. Alright, for getting the crystal, you're gonna want to head left off spawn. And then you're just gonna watch out for the boulder here. And right where the sewers are, pretty much, we're just gonna head in the other pipe, and there's the crystal over there. Alright, similar to one of the altars, the blue crystal I don't recommend doing, because you have to go back to that Poseidon area with all the mobs that two-shot you. But if you want to do it, you're just gonna head straight back and follow a similar route. The crystals, all of them, have quite lenient times, as you can finish them with like half the time left. So you probably can do a gold challenge or something in between getting the crystal and depositing it. So you can see it right down there. We're just gonna drop down, head up the stairs, and there's our blue crystal. Alright, for the orange crystal, we're gonna head out pretty much to where that statue figure was, to the right of spawn. So we're just gonna make our way over. Alright, we're gonna make our way right in here and head back up the stairs. Once again, watch out for the boulder. This time you have to do the cannon challenge, so just kill these skeletons, it's quite easy. And then just to the right here is the orange crystal. For the pink crystal, it's just by the Dark Altar, so we're just gonna head out this little door and head on over. There is a path on the left you can take, but it goes by a few boulders, so I normally don't risk it. Just make sure to watch out for the spikes and do these jumps, and to watch out for the electrical orbs and more spikes. But here's the pink crystal. Alright, last but not least is the green crystal. It is up by the first offering tomb that we saw, so we're just gonna head back up there. once again, take the first door on the left, and here's the green crystal. For the animal puzzle, we're just gonna head right here. You can jump up and see it in third person or jump in first person. And then if you drop down, you can get to the puzzle again. The second piece is right by this tree. All you have to do is head back to see the answer. Alright, our third puzzle is right here. We're just gonna walk over this little water well, and right by the gold challenge is our answer. At this point, you could guess the last piece, but for our fourth puzzle piece, we're just gonna head up to sort of the statue room again. And we're just gonna take a left once we get to this doorway. And there's our answer. When heading back from here, make sure to jump over the gate, as that'll save you some time. And that's the puzzle. There you have it. If this video helped you in any way, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out a ton. Have a good one.